Welcome back. We are all now on episode 3 of our building process that we are sharing with you guys. So we got through the mountains of permits that we had to go with the changes back and forth. We finalized the design of the house. That's a lot of back and forth as well. And now it's time for
foundation.
I forget, do we do the footings and then we get that signed off?
Yeah, you had to do rebar. So they trenched the whole property for your footings. They put the rebar down, then you got to get the rebar inspection, and then they put the water vapor barrier and then the sand, and they inspect it again, and then you're okay to pour the actual concrete after that.
Oh, so I was just trying to show like how they stick this all together. So we got the plumbing, like the rough plumbing, right? Is that what this is called?
Yeah, underground.
Oh, and see, like that's like a footing to help hold up the house. All this stuff you don't know what goes into it. They got the plumbing, the rough in of the electrical, the rebar. Now, after this, I think we just wait for inspection.
Inspections for the footings and the underground plumbing, and then once that passes, then they'll go ahead and backfill the plumbing, and then they'll pour the cement all the footings.
Oh, yeah. The plumber guy told me that they have to fill this with water. Well, no, I think it's already pressurized. Yeah, it's full of water to make sure there's no leaks and stuff. Yeah, so lots of inspections along the way that you have to do. It's not like just like, let's just go do a foundation. Yeah. And I thought it was like such a cool process because I didn't realize we've never done this, so I didn't even know how they did foundations, but like how they lay out all the rebar and they bend the rebar, I thought that was pretty cool. Okay, doing a little check-in. So they put in all the rebar, which look at how crazy I guess I missed it, but Adam says there was a big machine here.
Yeah, 2 machines that bend the bars, bend the rebar.
Did you get any footage of that? I would like to see. No? I would like to see that because they have, I'll show you guys in a second, but they really twist this rebar all around. Didn't you?
It is, yeah, because the footings, and we have some 4x4 footings, 2x2, 3x3. I mean, there's tons of footing, tons of rebar, different size rebar. So, it just requires a ton of work.
Yeah, and the footings are essentially what's helping support holding the house up, right?
Yes, it is,
Yeah, and then you have like your actual cement foundation. So other places besides California, we do a poured in place foundation.
Yes.
Other ones can do a raised foundation. That's another option.
Yeah, it is.
We don't tend to do them out here as much, but they do. Where you have a crawl space and you could crawl under the house. So ours is just a concrete foundation. There's no crawl space underneath. But a lot of other states do that, where you can hop on under there.
Yeah, but ours is just pure foundation, footings, and rebar.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool process. It took a lot of cement trucks. How many cement trucks?
I think this is like 28, 26.
28 cement trucks coming in, and that's like the big trucks that you see out on the road with the big mixer going, that's coming in.
Yeah.
And then they had like a huge crane almost.
Yeah,
where
like a bum lift crane that has to pour the cement in the footings and the foundation and the slab. I mean, you'll see those all over the place. But
it's foundation day, so this is Adam's office that they got their big truck. They're smoothing it out. They pour it in. They still have all this to go. Pretty exciting. I'm assuming that they pour it, smooth it, and then come back and smooth it again because I think it's supposed to be really smooth. That's pretty cool. They don't have the big truck like they did last time. And they hold it and they put it in, and then they have these big giant like brooms almost they look like, but they smooth them out. They put the lines in, except for they don't do the lines, like the separating lines on the actual home foundation. They'll do that like in the garage,
right.
And that's more for like support, cracking.
Well, yeah, and exposed flooring too. I mean, your slab gets covered with flooring, whether it's tile or wood or whatever. So they put the lines in the concrete or in an exposed slab, so it does crack, but you see it also.
So that was exciting. So they did the rebar, they poured the foundation, we got that inspected.
Yep.
And then we passed all that.
And plumbing, you gotta have your underground plumbing.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
So all your plumbing, and a lot goes into it. You gotta know where all your plumbing, your faucets, your drains, your showers, your plugs for designing the house, where your outlets are, where your light switches are, where they're gonna go. You get to pick out all that when you build a house. It's a lot, because you gotta pick out every little light switch, every little plug has gotta be detailed in your plans, but also the plumbing does. So once they trench for the foundation, then they gotta do the underground plumbing trenching, and all that stubs up through the concrete. They do that, Then they come back and put the rebar in, they put the vapor barrier and then the sand, and then you're okay to go ahead and lay the actual cement down for the footing.
Yeah, so they'll run all like the sewer line and the drains for any of your lower floor plumbing, and then they'll stub out as well for like what we're going to be doing upstairs or anything like that. I did do some floor outlets. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep them or not. I probably will keep 2, but I wasn't exactly sure because it's so hard when you're just looking on paper and then they're just like putting down this concrete, and before they even put the concrete down, you have to know where you want to put these dang outlets on the floor.
Yeah.
But our open living space, you know, our furniture is going to be floating in the room, so I want to have some sort of lighting because I love having lighting other than the ones on the ceiling. So I had them put 4 of them in, and then I'll probably end up keeping 2, but that way I kind of have a little option of what to play with. But the floor outlets are really nice, especially if you do have like an open floor plan and you have furniture that's going to be floating, because what they could do is like when I put my hardwood floors on it, they basically just will put like a little cover on it, and then it has like a flap so you can open it up, use it. The only thing is if I have my rug over it, I am gonna have to like cut a hole in the rug to do the plug into it, but it's a great option. That, or, you know, I could do wireless lights, but then I have to worry about recharging them and stuff. So fingers crossed that all works out. So now we are good to go for our next step, which will be our next episode, which is
framing.
We'll be moving on to framing, which is the most exciting part because you actually get to see the life or the house come together.
The layout.
In real life, in 3D, and you get to actually see what is on paper come to life. So we're super excited about the framing part. So tune in for episode number 4 where we'll be sharing framing.
See you soon.